Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We got a little bit Soul Land Reloaded up today. We got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, first of all, Eternal Star Realm event is back up. Now, this is just, the event's already past the main event, but this is just a chance to snatch up some more of the actual shards if you failed in the previous, as mentioned before. They do this quite frequently. But what I really wanted to hit about today was the limited time limited events right here. They've got really good stuff up in this. This is the weekly bag. The first one was free. Look at this. We got a bunch of shards for just, for upper characters. 60 shards for, but then look at this. We got the deep sea silver, which is used for awakening items, as well as 1500, and this was for free. But then the Soul Master rebate, and there was 3 of these available. So this is a chance to get 150 shards for any one of these characters right here. Okay, but that's not the best one. Right here is the best one. Bingo. Awakening points. 3 of them. 15, second, 3,000, third, bingo, 4,500. So that's enough to get an awakened weapon for one of your characters. Yeah, it's definitely something that you want to go ahead and do all 3 of these. I know it's a lot of diamonds, but I've already purchased them. I still got that much. So as long as you keep focusing on playing the game, the diamonds will make themselves available. They also have an awakening exchange for this. This is associated with getting these energy crystals here. They do have the option to get another weapon right here, or not on this one. Right here, but this is only for S. This is not for SS characters, so this is just for plain old S characters. But 33 is really not obtainable without paying some money, simply because of the fact that you only get 4 of these each day, and you have the option to actually purchase 4 of them. So you can't really get more than a handful of them. Definitely not the required to actually get enough to get the actual weapon. If you get 50, you can get a weapon. Now this is for SS characters right here, so this is the top of the line. But you can get the 4,500 awakening points that you need through the other way. So this is a pretty good event, but I actually used it to go ahead and purchase. I purchased some of the actual awakening points, and I purchased some of the deep sea silver. Just so I have them because I'm going to be transitioning here to 2 weapons for Tang San. I'm going to be getting both 2 copies of his weapon, so that's going to have me allow it to awaken him twice. So that's why I was doing on that. Now, if you do want to get, this is for an S character again, not for an SS character. So if you're looking to get, this for the SS character, this is not it. Okay, this is just for S characters. Okay, 7,200 diamonds. I'm not focusing on S characters anymore, so not really something that I'm looking at. And here's the login freebie. So I said you can get 3 of these. So here's 12. You can purchase 4, so that's 16. That's pretty much the maximum that you can get on these, unless you want to pay some money to get them. So it is what it is. Everything else, awakening chests, just open up the chests. I opened it up 10 times. You get some deep sea silver. Once you get to the 15, you start getting the actual awakening points again. So this was a really good event from time limited events, focused specifically on awakening items, and they have these every now and then. So it's best to participate as much as you can when they do pop it up. Other than that, there's really no other specific events going on, except this event. So they kept it pretty separate, which is nice. Due to the fact that there wasn't anything else that you needed to focus on purchasing and spending a lot of diamonds on, so that you could spend most of your diamonds on obtaining the actual awakening items that you need. All right, so that's the event that's up. As you can see, I've been doing pretty good. I am now up to 126 in my BP, 126 million. As we know, we got the standard team. I went ahead and brung Tian up to 5. And I put Tang San, he went up to Sun, so he's my first Sun character. Next, we're going to be focusing on, I purchased both, as you know, Phoenix, and I did purchase Zoo. I'm going to have a second team, basically. My second team is going to be SS Compromise as well. It's going to be it's going to be uh, Die, and it's going to be Zo, and it's going to be a Phoenix. Okay, and then the fourth position will most likely end up. I'm probably going to go ahead and get, um, you know, Corbett. I don't see any other reason why not. I mean, Oscar's, but when it comes down to Oscar and Zoo, in terms of, Zoo is just as good as Oscar, uh, or IN is just as good as Oscar, but she's S. So in the end, it's just probably better to just go ahead. And the reason I'm going to do that but the reason I'm holding off on it is because I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do with SS Plus characters. Okay, I've got a lot. As you can see, all this is SS. So until I decide, is SS Plus characters going to use S character shards just like SS characters do for their leveling up? Once I determine that, and they've made some type of way of determining how that's going to happen, I can make a decision. If they are going to continue using S characters, then that's just fine. Then I'm going to start opening these up. I'm going to go ahead and get Oscar, and that'll make my second team. And then it's just I'm going to start putting Tang San and One Armed Bandit Chen. I'm just going to go ahead and start doing up their divine skill. Okay, that's the whole plan. The only reason I'm holding off is I just want to make sure that they're not going to throw something stupid out there. Right now SS plus shards are usable, or SS shards are only used for divine skill for the SS character specific. Okay, so that's what I want to make sure. I don't want to start putting these shards into the divine skills if in fact the SS plus character is going to need these shards to level up. I don't think it is. They'd have to rework the whole game to do that. But I want to get a little bit more information on SS Plus characters. You don't need the SS Plus characters. As a matter of fact, I still have not seen. The only thing that I know going for the SS characters, they had that art contest and that short story contest and community event where the first place person got 10 shards. 10 of the, I think something like 130 shards that you actually need. So that's the only thing I've seen so far. I haven't heard any words on an event. I haven't heard any words as to how they're going to be handled. My assumption would be that they're going to be handled exactly like the SS plus SS characters are going to be. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult to get the shards in a timely fashion, is the way I'm assuming it's going to go. All right, red packet drop is up, so make sure you participate in this because at the end you get a bunch of diamonds. So it's always good to do that, as well as the rewards that come with it. So keep focusing on that. Remember to continue to focus on the online awards. Make sure you're on for 90 minutes a day. Weekly fund, as always, something if you want to purchase. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on. It's been pretty quiet in terms of that. But like I say, so I pretty much just made a decision. I've got them all. I'm working on bringing them up, as you can see. So it doesn't take long for them. They've already surpassed Ren and S version Chin. So just got to worry about the stars is the biggest thing. It takes a while to get to shards. I average about 60 to 70 shards a day. And that's not including chests that you might get. And the way you do that is through the shop, through assistant, and go to the shop. And you could set all this stuff up here. Just go to set, and choose, and I've got it. I've got all the checked. Right here, I've got the check. Anything else that you might want to get, anything I need to support, I check this every couple of days. I don't use diamonds for this because I can't control how many diamonds that's going to be. Because once you hit confirm selection and hit that go button, it goes. Okay, so it goes through stuff pretty darn quick. So you got to be very careful about using this option. But all the shops are in here. Okay, so so I have them all set. I don't use it on the Grandmaster and the Soda shop because I don't really have a lot of those shards. So I do those manually each day. For what it is. And I don't use it on the Elite shop because, again, and the Spirit shop because these things require a little bit of fine tuning that really can't be done through the assistant. But all the others, as you can see, all the others I have them checked and I let them run automatically each day. Okay, and you'll get 60 to 70 shards each day. And since I'm no longer focusing on S characters, those go straight into my SS characters because I'm not focusing on the S characters. And that's what's enabling me to continue to bring up the characters. But that's the best way to go about it. So definitely want to use the assistant option there, but just make sure you do the settings and adjust the settings. It saves you a lot of time because going through each store singularly like that can take quite a bit of time. But yeah, that's it. Heaven Do Festival, you definitely want to make sure that you're doing 100 days simply because of the fact that you can really get some Civet Shard. I mean, this is how I got her. Okay, pretty much, I think 3/4 of the shards that I used were from this event to get her, and then some shards I'd already had. Okay, I didn't have to use it. It's going to be the same with Oscar. Again, I'm going to have a bunch of these shards from this Heaven Do Festival because this thing runs a long time and it's daily. This is 10 shards a day, not to mention the 30 shards that you get for other characters a day, as long as you do 100 times. So these shards build up. Okay, so basically, it's not going to be any problem whatsoever getting an SS character, even if it's Zoo. I mean, Zoo is she's top of the line. Okay, as it stands right now, when the game first came out, she was the one that you couldn't get. She was the top character. Okay, you couldn't get her easily. They gave you Die free. And then these two were, everybody was snatching up. But then they came out with Tang San, Past Life Tang San, and they came out with Chen, both of which are better. Now, they're better than Zhu when it comes to everything except for PvP. She has a little bit of an advantage in PvP, but not much. So all around, Tang San and Chen are better characters than her. So that's why I've been focusing on them, because I get through more stuff with them. I'm bringing Zhu up simply because I want to use her for my second team. She'll be one of the attackers, and I'm going to bring her in as a support on the first when I don't need two teams, but need one team. Okay, since I've got a healer now, I no longer need to bring Yin off as support. I can bring damage characters off as support. So currently, my plan is to I'll have the 5 characters. First support will be Zhu coming in to do some extra damage. Second support will be the next highest damage character I managed to bring up. Whether it be BB, probably not. She's S. I'm not going to bring her any farther. She's at 5. That's enough. I don't see the need to bring S characters up until the final roster. Until my level's 80 something. I think 80. What is it? 85 is when you finish it up. That's when all the slots are open. I still have slots that aren't open. I still have 2 support slots that aren't open. So I can't, but I need to fill those slots with something. So we're going to need S characters because there's not quite enough SS characters at this point to fill those slots. We're going to be a little bit short. You're going to need 1 or 2 S characters. So probably just going to need to be big. But Zhu will be coming off the first support. Second support will be the next highest level character. That's just the way I'm playing it at this point. But yeah, 2 teams, each going to be SS characters. And I'm hoping to get the SS Plus character. I would like to get him. It's just a matter of, at this point, they're really not saying anything about how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to make, if they're going to make you have to do community events or something to get the shards for him. I really don't know. On side note, I did regenerate her. I mean, I wasn't using her. She had some XP potions and stuff that I would need to get back because I have to bring up Civet Zoo, so I wanted to bring her up fairly fast. So I wasn't using her, so I went ahead and regenerate her. But she is an excellent character when you first start out. If you're just starting, focus on her, bring her up. She'll excellent mage, crowd control early in the game, and you get her free, so that makes it even better. But yeah, so I'm just waiting to see what they're going to do with him. They're really not, as you can see, they're really not saying what they're going to do. So you just have to please stay tuned. So there's going to be some events that'll happen soon that will allow us to get shards for him. Okay, right now the only thing I know of is that, like I say, that community event that they had where you write a short story. And where you art contest, which neither of things I participate in. And then the winner, only the winner, not the participants, just the person who got first, got to only 10 shards. Okay, so nobody's got this character yet. He's not for sale. I haven't seen any shards for him that you can purchase in any of the actual place where they do offer that. Like you get the Blue Sea Silver Treasure, as you can see, not in there. So Secret Shop, as you can see, not in there. So I have not seen any shards for him anywhere that could be purchased. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant. But once they come out with the, once they unveil him and everything's formatted and finalized in the game, not what I hear from conjecture on how they're going to handle promoting and starring him up, then I'll make the decision. And the first, if they do continue with S shards, which I'm thinking they're going to, they'd have to completely redo the code. They need to rewrite the code of the game to allow SS shards to be used for upgrading on an SS Plus character. They'd have to redo the whole game. So I'm pretty sure it's still going to be S shards. It's just going to be much more difficult to get him, and it's probably going to, so shards are not going to be like right now. Shards for the other characters are dropping like all the time. I mean, as you can see, these chests that I've got for SS characters are not something I had to buy. These were all free. I got them free. I didn't pay anything. I haven't spent anything on this game as of yet. I may in the future. If I do like a game, I will. If the games I play, even though I've never spent more than $25, I have on a few of the games I play spent a little bit of money to help out the devs. But I really like the game and I play it a lot. Azure Lane, spent a little bit on Bleach. So nothing, nothing like that. So, but I haven't spent anything. I haven't really seen anything that I want to purchase as of yet that I think is needed. It's not. I'm patient. So patience is a virtue. Okay, and I have a lot of virtue when it comes to patience. I got no problem taking a little bit longer to build up the team. Okay, so and I enjoy the challenge of doing it. So that's where we're at. So that's why. But then, I'm just going to start from the top. Once we confirm that they're going to be S shards to do the SS Plus, I'm just going to start building up the divine skills. Okay, I'm just going to start. As I get them, I'll focus on putting. I'll put one or two here, and then I'll put some for Chen, and put some for Ayan to increase her healing ability, and things like that. I mean, just build them up. I've got, I finally got a Sun character. I know it took me quite a while to get there, but just doing it on a daily basis and keeping things up. So, yeah, because I've had some people asking about the SS Plus characters, and I don't have it yet simply because the fact that these not being offered yet. They'll be going to have events. It would not surprise me if tomorrow they come out with an event because the event is ending. The Eternal Star Realm event ends today. Okay, this is going to close. So there will be no events open. Okay, that aren't normal. The red packet normal event. Okay, so all this stuff's going to change. Okay, the time limited events are going away too. So tomorrow is going to be a whole new day. Okay, so it would not surprise me if tomorrow they come up with an event and bam, it's for a way to get some SS Plus characters. I will of course do a video if that's the case. But yeah, right now nothing's changed. It's just base format. Get in there, knock things out. Make sure you do your 100 a day to get the rewards out of the festival. Just go through and do everything that you normally need to do. Nothing's changed, but yeah, as of right now, nothing on the SS Plus characters. Okay, but do take part in this time limited event. Go through each of these. Okay, each of these sets and see if there's anything in there that you're looking for. But this is just great stuff, guys. I mean, this is not going to end for another 5 days, so you got plenty of time to get this. But you need to purchase all of these. This is quite possibly the best offer I've ever seen. I mean, this one's free. You get 15. The silver, the top of the line shards. That's 150 shards, and then this right here is just amazing. Okay, so that's a really good time limited event. So get in there and focus on that, and make sure you purchase those before they expire, because it's a weekly thing. It's called the weekly gift bag, is what it's called. So you have a week to do it, and the rest are pay. But again, none of them have the plus character in it. So still, no way coming out there. But some of this stuff does end, the Awakening Exchange, everything else except for those weekly gift bag is going to be going away. So you need to focus on that today. If you're just starting out, this is a good thing to purchase because this gives you the choice of the awakened weapon. But this is for S characters, not for SS characters. I have a couple of my characters that I did purchase when I first started out because it helps you get your power up so you can start beating tougher stuff, which allows you to get more shards and progress through the game. So, keep it. And you can always regenerate that stuff. So if you purchase a weapon, you can regenerate it and get some of what you spent on it back through the ever functioning, which makes this game a gem, as this regenerate. You can regenerate and dissolve and get dissolving gets you back everything. Okay, so just remember that that you can get a lot of the stuff back that you spent on, just by using the regenerate and the dissolve options within here. Okay, for instance, I can resolve these and I can get awakening points. So you can see, I haven't done any of that yet because I'm going to start working on awakening my rings. It's something that I haven't been, because they really don't offer those options for awakening the rings as of yet. That for the S, but for the actual, they have A and A plus, but really getting the S ones is extremely difficult. I've only managed to get it a couple times, so I've only awakened a couple of my rings. But I'm working on getting some more of that stuff. I just finished getting S bone soul bone sets on all of the characters. All of my main characters, all 4, now have an S full bone set. I've got SS extended soul bone sets on 3, and I will have enough in a few days to actually make a SS soul bone extended set for Past Life Tank Xan. So that's what you're doing, just keeping up, doing things. They're really not getting a lot of the SS equipment in terms of soul bones as of yet. They haven't really got into it. I assume they'll have a big event for it here sometime in the future. They did have a little mini event for it, but they really weren't offering much in terms of actual rewards, so it really wasn't past night. I've got hidden weapons on my main team and hidden weapons on my attack characters. I'm currently using Dai and BB Dong as my support attack characters. Like I say, that will be changing to Zoo and most likely BB Dong, but it might change to Phoenix. Phoenix Ma. He might be my attacker coming off once, because he's an SS character, and I'll be getting him up. So he does really good amount of damage. He's an actually pretty good character. I heard a lot of people gave him a bad rap when the game first came out, but with that ability to revive himself, because when he gets killed the first time, he makes an egg of himself, which is you can't do any damage to the egg. Then the egg hatches and he's reborn. Because he's a phoenix. Phoenix gets reborn from the ashes, so that's what he does. And he's right back into the battle. So he's a nightmare to deal with in terms of PvP. So I find him to be an extremely good character. But I don't know why people weren't focusing on him at first, but I have. And I'm bringing him up, and he's going to be a staple on my second team. I'm already using him, as one of my support characters. So yeah, that's good. So it's probably going to be, before long, it's probably going to end up being Zoo and Phoenix as my support when I'm running one team. Like I say, when you're running 2 teams, it's going to be a little bit different. But make sure you do focus on 2 teams, because a lot of the really good events where you can get some of the really good rewards do take 2 teams. So you don't want to neglect the 2 teams that you might need. So always build those up. All right, so that's all I got for today. I just wanted to let everybody know about this time limited event, which was totally awesome. And that weekly gift bag, in case some people were just bumping through it. But yeah, definitely purchase all that stuff, guys, because that is like the best weekly gift bag I've ever seen. Those 3 items that you can purchase. I mean, that's just a bunch of good stuff. And it was at a reasonable price, too. And you got 1,500 diamonds back free of charge just by doing the free one. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. But yeah, that's a really good time limited event, so get in there on that. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. And clicking on the bell, you'll get notified each time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share, as that helps out the channel immensely. And we'll probably be doing another video tomorrow once the new event comes up. Hopefully, it'll be an SS Plus character event, but we'll have to see. So this is Kenrir, still coming at you from the corner, signing out.